today I am coming at you with the next 3 months worth of Sleep When I'm Dead book club picks and the co-host and all the information. I'm really excited about this because I have some terrific ladies I picked, and also I think they chose some really good books for the book club. If you are new to my channel or new to this online book club that I have here on my channel, Sleep When I'm Dead is focused around backlist thrillers, and I have my co-host pick each month what we pick, so that way I kind of just agree with what they want to go. It really helps me pick new books, but also I feel like I'm helping them pick books off their TBR. So yeah, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So I'm really excited about this one. I've been wanting to have her here on my channel for quite some time, and I'm so excited to have her finally. But for April, I will be having Jacqueline over on her channel, Jacqueline, and I'm so excited because she is like, I consider her like the cult book queen. I always have like great recommendations from her when it comes to the cult tropes and vibes. We will be reading The Family by Louise Jensen. This is my library pick copy. I do know there's another cover which I will just pop up right here, so that way you don't get confused. I think most books are this cover, but for some reason my library had this cover. So excited to finally read this one. I've had it on my TBR, and I think I actually ended up giving Jacqueline my copy. Oh well. This says Laura is grieving after the sudden death of her husband, struggling to cope emotionally and financially. She's grateful when a local community, Oak Leaf Organics, offers her and her 17-year-old daughter Tilly a home. But as Laura and Tilly settle into life with their new family, when one of the community dies under suspicious circumstances, Laura wants to leave, but Tilly, enthralled by the charismatic leader Alex, refuses to go. Desperately searching for a way to save her daughter, Laura uncovers a horrifying secret. But Alex and his family aren't the only ones with something to hide. Just as Laura has been digging into their past, they've been digging into hers, and she discovers the terrifying reason they invited her and Tilly in. Ooh, this sounds so good. I'm so excited to read this in April. If you want to join us by reading The Family with me and Jacqueline, we will be doing my live show here on April 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have all of April to get a copy. Check out your library, totally free. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this one. Okay, so for the month of May, I'm also really excited about this one because I feel like me and this co-host have kind of been like chatting more as like the weeks go on. So I'm so excited to have Ashley from Ashley's Little Library here on my channel, and we will be doing The Good Lie by A.R. Torre. This was on my March TBR, but she actually threw this into the pile of suggestions. I was like, you know, I've been putting this one off. It's time to actually read it. So I think having this as a book club pick in May will definitely give me the, you know, motivation to actually read this book. So I have only read one other book by A.R. Torre, but I think it was under a different name. So I'm really excited to read this one because I feel like this one's getting a lot of hype. It says psychiatrist Dr. Gwen Moore is an expert on killers. She spent a decade treating California's most depraved predators and unlocking their motives. Predators, much like the notorious Bloody Heart serial killer, whose latest teenage victim escaped and then identified local high school teacher Randall Thompson as his captor. The case against Thompson as the Bloody Heart killer is damning and closed, as far as Gwen and the media are concerned, if not for the one new development. Defense attorney Robert Cavan is still traumatized father whose own son fell prey to the BH killer. Convicted of Thompson's innocence, he steps in to represent him. Now Robert wants Gwen to interview the accused, create a psych profile on the killer and his victims, and help clear his client's names. As Gwen and Robert grow closer, she dives deeper into the investigation. Grave questions arise. So does Gwen's suspicion that Robert is hiding something, that he might not be the only one with a secret. I did not realize, I don't know why, I completely forgot this was about like serial killers and stuff like that. Like I thought this, I don't know, but this sounds so good. So I'm really excited to read this one as well. And again, I will be having Ashley from Ashley's Little Library here on May 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you guys can join us as well. Okay, and lastly, here in June, I will be having, I feel like the dark thriller queen. Like I just feel like she just has such knowledge and insight, and like if I really want something dark and twisted, like she is like my go-to. Like I feel like she's always got stuff that's like underhyped and like things I've never heard of. So I'm so excited to have Beth from Beth's All Booked, and we will be reading When I Was 10 by Fiona Cummings. I have not read anything by this author, but I've heard I've heard of her, so I was really excited, and this one just sounds super dark and twisted, so I'm really excited to have you guys read along with us. I personally don't have my book. I ordered it. It's just taking a little bit longer than normal with Amazon, so if you guys are interested in this one, I would definitely check out your library because that's what I normally do. But if not, I would go ahead and, you know, find out where you can get your hands on this book. It says she had lived a lie for 13 years and the perfect life she had known is about to change forever. Everyone remembered Sarah and Shannon Carter, the little blonde-haired sisters. Their dad was a local GP and they lived in the beautiful house on the hill. Their best friend, Brinley Booth, lived next door. They would do anything for each other, but everything shifted on that fatal day when Dr. Richard Carter and his wife, Pamela, was stabbed 14 times with a pair of scissors in what has become the most talked about double murder of the modern age. The girls were 10 and 12 at the time. One, nicknamed the Angel of Death, spent 8 years in a children's secured unit accused of the brutal killings. The other lived in foster care out of the limelight and praying questions. Now, on the anniversary of the trial, a documentary team has tracked down one of the sisters, pursuing her to speak about the events of that night for the first time. Her explosive interview sparks national headlines, and Brinley Booth, now a journalist, is tasked with covering the news story, which brings the light, fresh evidence and triggers a chain of events which will have devastating consequences. I don't know what it is about like sisters, possibly one being evil, and like, I don't know, this one just sounds really good. I've never heard of this book before. So yes, me and Beth will be here on my channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on June 28th. So I hope to see you guys there. Let me know which one of the three you guys are most interested in reading. That's a hard one because I feel like we have picked some really good books. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest